lovelies. This is a go-to morning practice. It's really a collection of movements and patterns that I love to do, morning or not, but this is quite nice to do first thing as a way to just awaken your body, your mind, get energy moving, feeling a sense of clarity and overall connection to yourself. So we'll start seated for a couple moments. Upright seated posture on purpose. You can place the back of your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. You might shift from right to left, forward and back, and just get a sense of your sitting bones connected to the earth. Feel that you land right at the center or even a little bit forward of those sit bones. Shoulders are over the hips, ears above the shoulders, creating length through your spine. With the palms facing up, this is just a simple gesture of receptivity. So as we begin this practice, we can set an intention to move, to create space for the purpose of being receptive and responsive to whatever may unfold. Creating capacity to deal with the day, and an overall sense of being grounded and connected deeply. As you're breathing on purpose, just register the feeling of the breathing body, the movement, the energy that is created through conscious breath work. Taking a general scan of your overall state of being. The content of your mind. The content of the heart space. And the overall felt sense of being in a body. Relax your face. Feel the deepest inner ears open wide. As you just take a few moments to consciously listen. Tuning into the sense of hearing. Just by listening, you can get a sense of the space that's around you. This is our space to move into practice. Bring the palms together in prayer at the heart. Bow the chin. We begin with this gesture of gratitude. Movement creates space and awareness so that we can stay connected to the intelligence of the heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Open your eyes, take your hands back behind you, reach the legs forward. So just about as wide as your mat. Toes point up. Look at your feet. The toes are spread, the ankles are flexed, the legs are integrated. You're going to roll your legs to your left. Let your right hip lift. Look at your feet for a moment. Connect your brain to what your feet are doing. You're on the inner edge of the right foot and the outer edge of the left foot. Try to keep your knees straight. Right hip is lifted. Switch sides. Roll the legs to the right. Connect to your feet. This is projecting what's happening in your hips. So you're internally and externally rotating, and the feet will tell you what's happening in the hip joint. Go the other, switch. Legs to the left. And then legs rotate to your right. We'll add on. Legs to the left. Hands on the outside of your left hip. The hands are flat. You're not on your fingertips, so lean forward if you need to. Bear weight in your hands. And then you're going to cartwheel. Right arm followed by the left. The hands land outside your right hip. The feet turn. The legs are rotating. You're bearing weight in your hands. Activate your thighs. We'll do that a couple times. Cartwheel. Left, then right, and the legs follow. Cartwheel. Over to the right, the legs follow. We'll add on cartwheel to the left. Push your feet, push your hands, lift your pelvis. Slowly control the descent. Switch. Cartwheel, the feet turn, the thighs are rotating. Press the floor away and lift. Lower. Again, cartwheel. Hands down, pelvis lift, squeeze the inner thighs, control your pelvis, and then lower. Rotate, land the hands, push, lift, and then lower. We'll add left, right, legs rotate, push the floor away. With your right hand like you're pulling a weed, go elbow to the sky and then straighten the arm. With control, bring your hand back down, lower. Right hand, left hand. The legs turn, push the floor away. Pull, elbow to sky, arm to sky. It's like a fallen triangle. The hand comes down. Control your descent. This is where we build strength, is to go slow. Over to the left. Push, lift, pull, reach. Lower, lower. Right side. Push. Squeeze the inner thighs. Elbow, arm. Hand comes down, lower the hips. One more time. Over to the left, press down to lift up. Push into your feet. Top arm goes up. Top hand comes down, the hips lower with control. To the right. Push, reach. Hand lands, hips land. To the center, hug the knees in. Bringing your heels close. Forearms around the shins and just rest the forehead down. Lift your head. Make your way onto all fours. Shoulders are over your wrist. The hips are above the knees. Your fingers are spread enough that you can ground down through your knuckles and that there's some space between your fingers. Tuck the toes under, so your hips back to your heels. Couple breaths here as you're pushing into your big toes. Shift forward, point, sit back on the heels. It's just working into the feet, the ankles. Come forward, toes tuck under, sit back on the heels. Walk your hands a little closer to your knees. Come forward and point and sit back. One more round. Toes under. Maybe you sit all the way up, or you can stay in any of those previous positions. Pelvic floor is lifting. The big toes are pushing down. Come forward and point, sitting back. Come forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. And now pedal out the feet. So use the space that you just created with some of that foot and ankle opening stuff. Let the pelvis move around as you bend one knee and straighten the other. Go back and forth. Press your fingers down, lift up in the shoulders, pull the belly up, press the legs back. Your right leg goes back and up, open the hip, bend the knees, stretch. Pull your ribs in, engage your right glute, and open up that whole right side as you push into your right hand. Switch sides.
Left leg goes up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Drive through your left hand. Pull the belly in. Breathing into the left side. Downward dog. Rock forward to plank. Lower the knees. Control your pelvis. The belly is lifting, the glutes are on. Come down slow. Locust. Arms and legs reach and lift. Circle your wrists and your ankles. As you do this, try to keep the elbows and the knees straight and the arms and legs reaching. Go the other way. The low belly is pulling in and up. Cobra. Feet are down, hands in line with ribs. Pull back, lift, and lower. Child's pose. Sit back on the heels. Palms turn up. Take a couple breaths, tuning into energy shifting. Open and close your hands. Get the fingers moving. Good. Sit up onto your heels. Interlace your fingers. The forearms together. Figure eights with the wrists. Go the other way. Pulling new synovial fluid into the wrist joint. Shake out your hands. Come forward onto all fours. Tuck the toes. Lift the belly, then lift the hips. Down dog. You're going to lower your right forearm down and then your left forearm. So now you're in dolphin. The knees can be bent. Push the floor away. Lift your belly. Keep the center of the armpits lifting. Let your head release completely. You're just moving side to side in the pelvis. So we're bearing weight on the arms and the shoulders, heating up that upper core body. Couple more breaths. Keep filling your back from the front. And come on down to your knees with the toes tucked under. Sit up onto your heels. Shoulder rolls. Emphasize moving up and back and then around. And feel your shoulder blades sliding around and mobilizing on the back ribs. And we'll do dolphin again. So you can come at it from here, or if it is better to come from here, one forearm down, then the other. Release your head. Knees can be bent a little bit, and just start to sway the hips side to side. Keep letting your neck release. It's easier then to hold the front ribs in and lift the belly, so to contain the front core body, rather than just kind of sinking and losing that length in your back. And then the knees come down. Again, sit up on the heels. Shoulder rolls again. Maybe bringing the elbows and the arms into it a little bit more. And then all fours, downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Take the feet about as wide as your mat. Soften the knees. Clasp your hands behind your back. Reach your knuckles up, arms overhead, forward folding here. Sway if you like. Letting the skull be heavy. Keeping the shoulder blades hugging together, and feel the width across your chest. Breathing there from right to left. Bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Then the knees come into a squat. You can always put a block under your butt if you have one there. Okay. Hands come forward. Lift one heel and then the other. Back and forth. The big toes stay pushing down. And you can start to swing the arms, finding a little bit of a rhythm here. Freeing up your back. And finding your bent knee forward fold. Parallel your feet and shake out the thighs a little bit. You're going to bend the knees, tuck your tail as you curl up to stand. So the spine is rolling vertebra by vertebra. Stacking, stacking, stacking. And as you come up, the arms go forward and up. Reach, hook your thumbs. Side bend to your right. Come up to center, side bend to your left. Reach up. Swim the arms back and then around. Hands in prayer at the heart. Just take a moment here. Feet on the ground. Breathing with the sensations that are present in your body right now. Release your arms, open your eyes, a little bit more flow. Inhale, arms reach up, hook the thumbs if you want. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Take an inhale and plank. The chin is forward of the fingers. Exhale all the way down. Cobra, pull, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Keep pushing the floor away and lifting up through your center. Pressing your thighs on your shins back. Lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward, step forward. 1, 2. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. All the way to stand, inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, arms up. This is Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop to plank, and then lower. Cobra, inhale, point your toes. Exhale, lift the pelvis, down dog. The pelvis is the peak. Keep breathing here and just create that space, pelvis up and back. The head release. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Step or lightly jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Another one of those. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Land the hands, lean a little forward. Exhale, hop to plank. You can do a push-up on your way down. Cobra, inhale, shoulders back. Down dog, exhale. Lengthen your breath, lengthen your bones, relax your face. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, lightly hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand and reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Your feet about hip-width distance apart. Take your arms out really wide. And then you're going to give yourself a hug with the right arm on top. Couple of breaths here. You're rounding your spine. You're letting your head hang. Breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. In the neck release. Straighten out your spine. You're going to grab your elbows right above your head. Pull up through the elbows and pull the ribs in. Little side bends here, freeing up the side seam of the body. Underneath your armpits, the side ribs, that stuff that gets kind of locked down. Keep reaching the arms up. Then interlace your hands behind your back. Shoulder blades hug together, lift the chest. Inhale.
And exhale, forward bend.
Couple breaths. Keep moving the shoulder blades towards each other and away from your head. Release your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Squeeze the armpits a little bit, resetting your shoulders. Exhale, forward bend. All the way to stand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms out to a T. Reach, spread across the chest. Left arm on top, giving yourself a hug. So you're reaching for your shoulder blades and drawing them wide. Hollow out the belly. And let your shoulders relax. And really it's just kind of subjective here, finding any movement that feels like it's freeing up sticky tissue. Breathing into that stuff. This gets into the trapezius muscles, all this stuff, the upper back, along the neck, upper shoulder area. Lengthen out the spine. Elbows above the head, grab a hold of them, lift, pull the ribs in, little side to side bends. Continue to reach the arms up, up, up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Gently draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Lift the chest. Soften your knees and fold. This time, allow the shoulder blades to slide towards your skull. Let the head release. And you can even start to do a little scapula scrub. Shoulder blades going up and down the back rib cage. You want them to be mobile, not just stuck, falling off the back. Release your hands to your shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. All the way to stand. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes, take a big breath in. And out through the mouth. Release the arms, open your eyes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hop back, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg goes high, open the hip, bend the knee. Hug your upper arm bones in, lift the belly, engage that right glute. You're gonna come forward, right knee, left elbow. Right leg shoots out to the side, you're on the pinky edge of the foot. Roll the back heel down, kind of like we did in the beginning, fall in triangle. Push the bottom hand, reach the top arm up, and then overhead. Push into your feet, use that as strength to lift the hips. Look down, the left hand comes down, lift your back heel. And then it's like kind of a down dog. It's gone wrong a little bit, but it's not gone wrong. This is totally right. If you're feeling big energy on that outer right hip and thigh, you're in the right place. Rocking forward and back. This is getting into external rotators and IT band along the outer right leg. Good. And then you're going to free up. Right leg goes high again. Open the hip, bend the knee. Step forward, 90-90 lunge. Back knee comes down. Low belly up, tailbone down. The arms go forward and up. Pull elbows out wide. You're going to go left elbow underneath the right. Eagle. Belly and ribs back, forearms forward. Breathing into your upper back. And you're going to round and curl. Pull your elbows in towards your navel without taking your torso forward. Tailbone keeps rooting down. Elbows pull in. Breathe across your upper back.
And come back up and you'll release that. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lean forward, tuck the back toes, come up to a high lunge. Bend the back knee a little bit, and the pelvis can come into a neutral position. Knuckles press down and draw back. Just think of the upper arm bones pulling apart. One more breath. You're going to release that. Arms come forward and up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts high. Open the hip, bend the knee. Push into your inner hands. Triceps hug in. The left glute is on, and you're pulling the low belly and the ribs back. Your right foot, look at it, push into the floor. Left knee comes towards your right elbow. Extend that leg out to the side. The pinky edge of your left foot is on the floor. Right heel comes down, right elbow, right arm up. And then over your ear. Bottom hand is pushing down and dialing out to the left to secure the shoulder in place. Push into your feet to activate your legs and lift the pelvis. Right hand comes down, lift that back heel. So squaring off your hips and shoulders towards the front. If you need to bend this bottom knee a little bit, that's fine. Try to keep that left hip moving back and the heart moving forward. Rocking forward and back. Relax your jaw. Just breathing into pretty big sensation probably for all of us. That outer left hip and thigh. Release, left leg to the sky, open the hip, bend the knee. Step forward, 90-90 lunge. Work your glutes and your abdominals. Reach the arms straight up. Pull the elbows out wide. Left elbow, rather right elbow underneath the left. Eagle wrap. Reach your fingertips up, shoulder blades down, and then think core contraction. Cat back. Elbows drawing towards your navel. You can let the head hang. Keep your right glute active and your left foot pulling back energetically. Breathing into your back, your neck, your shoulders. And release out of that. Hands interlace behind. Back toes tuck under. Straighten that leg. And then bend. Double bent knee, high lunge. Feel a broadening across the chest without pushing the ribs forward too much. Low belly pulls in, tailbone stays anchoring down. Relax your throat. The right big toe, it's an anchor point. Keep pushing into it. Release, arms come forward and up, big breath. Exhale, hands down, step back. Chaturanga, which is a low plank. Upward dog or cobra. Notice up dog, only hands and feet on the ground. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your hands back to your feet. Take the feet a little wide, bend the knees, come into a squat. Hands in prayer at the heart. So you're going to lift, you can bring the hands down if that's easier. Right heel toward your right butt, and the right arm is going to punch away from the right leg. Feel the right arm way down into your low right back, and pull your belly and your ribs back. And then you'll switch. Left heel lifts,
Left arm punches across. Breathe into the left side of your back. So you're pulling your front into your back. And then we'll do that. Right, left. Keep going. Right, left. Good. Back to center. Straighten the legs. Parallel the feet. Shake out your thighs. Walk your hands forward, downward dog. Right leg lifts. Open your hip, bend the knee. Right knee, left elbow. Fallen triangle. Right leg comes out. Pinky side of the foot down. Back heel down. Top arm up. Lift the hips. Engage your thighs. Top arm reaches over. Bring that hand down. Back heel lifts. Square off the hips and the shoulders. Rock forward and back a couple times. Right leg goes back and up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Walk your hands back towards your left foot. Bending the left knee a little bit is fine, so you're in like a standing vertical split. This top leg, the knee is bent, the hip is open. Maybe your left hand reaches back and grabs your foot. Pull the chest forward. Hug your left hip back. And then fold. Maybe you're just like potentially one day you'll grab the foot. Release, 3-leg dog. Walk the hands forward and then step forward. 90-90 lunge. Arms come up right away as the tailbone lengthens. Pull the elbows out wide. Left elbow underneath the right, eagle. Inhale, lift the forearms. This time lean back a little. Contract as you exhale, pull the elbows in. And do that again. Think upper back bend. The tailbone stays lengthening. And exhale, elbows in. Inhale, forearms lift. Exhale, pull the elbows in. Clasp your hands behind your back. Thumbs to your sacrum this time. The elbows are bent and pull back. Tuck the back toes, hover the knee, so you're in a double bent knee high lunge. Feel your tailbone continue to root. The belly pull back, the shoulders are drawing back. Then hinge forward and straighten the back leg. Lean forward, eventually the back toes lift, and then you reach your arms back. Warrior 3 with airplane arms. Stand up, reach the arms forward and up. Kick your left leg straight. Rebend the knee, airplane. Stand up, arms up, kick, rebend, airplane. One more. Arms up, knee up, leg kicks, rebend the knee, airplane. Bring your hands down, bending the right knee, folding over your leg. The left foot lands close. The left knee lowers behind your right heel. Quarter turn, seated twist. Either seated twist position, that right foot flat and the knee up, or more of a crossed knee position like Gomukhasana. Hands on your feet, belly rolls. Let this be fluid, right? So just kind of wavy and watery. Go the other way. The hips are anchoring down. Couple side bends. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Left hand down, right arm over. Switch. Right hand down, left arm over. Left hand down, right arm over. And then keep going. Standing splits. Feet together, forward fold. All the way to stand. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift. Inhale.
Exhale, hop to plank, push up if you want, and all the way down. Let's go locust. Arms and legs reach back and lift. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Keep lengthening your limbs rather than trying to go high, go long. Or the other way. Cobra, feet down, hands in line with ribs. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Keep going. Sit up onto your heels. Take your hands behind you. Knees go wide. Tailbone lengthens. Lift your pelvis. Push your feet down. Your shoulder blades are wrapping around the heart and lifting the heart. And then pull your belly up. Lower. Child's pose. Couple breaths. Stretch the arms forward, downward facing dog. Long, smooth breaths. Left leg goes high. Open the hip, bend the knee. Left knee towards your right elbow. Straighten the leg out to the side, fall in triangle. Back heel comes down. Right arm reaches up. Right arm overhead. Both hands down. Lift the back heel so you can square the hips and the shoulders and start to rock forward and back. Big sensation. Relax something somewhere around the face. Left leg goes back and up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Walk your hands back towards your right foot. Bend the knee a little bit. Think lengthening your spine. Maybe the right hand reaches back for your left heel or foot or just somewhere kind of close. You can play with kicking if you have a hold of your foot and pull the heart forward. You can just fold. Really hug the right hip in and back. Release. Three-leg dog. Step forward. 90-90 lunge. Arms up. Pull the elbows wide, cactus. Eagle. Left elbow under the right. Pull the belly and chest back a little bit. Curl your forearms to the ceiling. And then curl the elbows in towards your navel. Do that a couple more times. So it's an extension of the spine. Middle upper back. Flexion. Rounding. Again, inhale. Keep that right glute on. And exhale. Back to center. Release. Clasp your hands behind your back. Thumbs to your sacrum. Back toes tuck under. Lift the knee. Angle your tailbone down. Pull the low belly in. Hug that left hip in and back. Hinging, so it's a tilted crescent now. Without letting your shoulders drop. Keep your upper back strong and the low belly lifting. Then it's just a slow weight shift into your left foot, and then eventually that right leg lifts. The belly stays lifted. Reach the arms back. Stand up. Back knee comes forward. Arms reach up. And then it's a kick. Rebend the knee. Airplane. Standing balance. Arms up. Kick. And then go back. Hinging at that left hip. Airplane. And again, stand up. Arms up. Kick. Pull the thigh bone in. Bent knee warrior 3 or airplane. The hands come down. Standing split. Release the head. The knee can be bent. It's fine. The right knee comes behind your left heel. Turn towards the long side of your mat. Organize your legs in a way that your sit bones are equally grounded. And then begin belly rolls. Moving in ways that you feel a variety of pull on the tissues around the low back. the pelvis, and really the deep inner core. Some side bends, left hand outside your left hip, right arm up and over, pull the ribs in. Switch, right hand down, left arm over. One more round. This one, keep going. Hands to the front, load the left foot, right leg lifts, standing split. Hug the hips in towards the midline. Pull your heart down towards your big toe. Feet hip width apart, forward fold. Stand up, inhale, reach. Hands to heart, exhale. Take a moment with your arms by your side to just be still and breathe. Just getting a sense of the transfer of energy from the ground, up your legs, up into the core of the body, back and forth. And just making our way back to downward dog and then to the floor. Open the eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop to plank. Lower and lift. And all the way down. Cobra. Inhale, pull. Go right into child's pose, but don't stop there. Hips to heels. Sit all the way up, hands back. Last one of these. Knees wide, wrap the shoulders back. Lengthen your tailbone and then lift up. Think of a block between the thighs. Squeeze it a little bit. Lift the pelvic floor. Pull that energy up into the heart. Maybe lean your head back. Big front body breath. And then slowly release. Legs together. Forward fold over the thighs. Child's pose. Let your shoulders spill off your back. And let the breath move. Sit up. Take your seat off to one side. Fix this. Bring the legs forward. Lie down on your back. Feet rounded about as wide as the mat. The low belly is engaged a little bit, pulling together and down towards your spine. Arms out wide, like a T, with the palms up. Let your knees drop over to the left. Engage your right glute a little bit. Then up and over to the right. Right glute or left glute engages. So do that a few times and just tune into your feet first. They're rolling to the inner and outer edges with strong ankles. And the movement of the legs, how that creates just a ripple up the body. The pelvis, the spine, the ribs. Think of the lungs and the heart just moving a little bit. You can even slide the arms all the way back overhead. Back to center. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Arms and legs straight up towards the ceiling. Your head and your sacrum press down into the ground. 10 seconds of vigorously shaking out the limbs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then freeze. Arms and legs stretching up. breathing and feeling the energy moving. Hug the knees into your chest. Send your legs and your arms down the mat. Couple minutes to just rest in the energy of your practice. Lengthen tailbone a little bit. Get your shoulder blades neutral on your back. Feel that the back of the neck is long. As you open your mouth and exhale, feel your entire skeleton release down into the ground. You're welcome to push pause on the video and take a longer Shavasana. And then you can press play when you want to rejoin us and come up to your seat. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the thighs in and out. Reach your arms up overhead and take a stretch. Hug the knees in towards the chest. You can roll to your side, or you can just roll upright from where you are, coming into a cross-legged seat. Keeping the eyes closed for a few moments, remaining internal. Finding your upright seated posture on purpose. This is really how we began this practice. Let your body be still. Tuning into the movement of breath, just getting an overall sense of how it is now to be in your body. So feeling the shifts that have taken place. And that's really how the experience becomes real. Feeling of your legs and your arms, how they're organized and situated and connected to the core body. We feel our breath in the core of our body, and we feel our life in our core body. Bring the palms together in prayer at the heart and bow the chin. This is where we're really closing off this circle, connecting again to the wisdom of the heart. Let that bright, creative, intelligent energy guide us as we move forward. With gratitude, with reverence for our life, we bow to each other. Namaste.